What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Lux, aka the Married Gamer, and don't panic, I'm not going back to my old ways of recording using a digital camera for gameplay footage. This is going to be one of my first kind of tutorial videos for the Elgato game capture device on hooking it up to the PS3. The PS3 is a little unique in terms of how you hook the game capture device to it because it has certain copyright protections when you use HDMI. The Xbox 360 doesn't, so it's a straight HDMI to HDMI connection with the Elgato game capture, which makes it very simple to hook up. But I'm going to show you a way to hook it up to the PS3 not using the directions they give you with the Elgato, and the way that I do it makes it a lot quicker, simpler, and it avoids you having to reset your PS3. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy. So then you better, be patient with me with this video because I have my digital camera hooked up to an old tripod, so you may hear a lot of squeaking and stuff. But right here, here's the Elgato software. And the first thing you want to make sure that you do is when you hook up the USB cable to your computer for your software, make sure you go ahead and switch that over to the PS3 mode. That's going to help you save some time. So let's get a good look at the Elgato. I put it on the floor just for the sake of this video so you can see. This cord right here is the special cable that they give you to hook up to the PS3. It's like a DVI connection. It goes into the input of the Elgato. Then you have the HDMI cable coming from the Elgato that goes to your TV, to your television set. And then this cord right here, this is your USB. So let's go ahead and hook up the USB cable to the computer, to my notebook. You heard it connect. It's saying 1 moment please, and up there it says initializing. So there you go. So you want to make sure that this is automatically set up for the PlayStation, and the way you do that is you want to go to the capture tab and you click PlayStation 3. So here's all your different options. I don't know if this camera's picking it up too well, but here's all your options right here. So you want to make sure you have PlayStation 3 selected. Alright, so that part is out of the way. The next thing you want to do is take the USB cable, the HDMI, which is right here. This is the other end of it. This is what you want to hook up to your television, but not yet. You don't want to do that just yet, because the first thing you have to do when you're hooking up to a PS3 is go into your display settings. Now, the directions from the Elgato instruction booklet tells you your PlayStation must be turned off, and you have to hold down the power button for 10 seconds or so until you hear it beeps. And basically what that's doing to your PlayStation 3 is resetting all of your settings. So when you turn it on, it's just like you have it's like a 4:3 ratio. The screen is very it's not a sharp picture on your screen. It's just like you're hooking it up to a standard tube television almost kind of setup. So what you want to do, avoid doing all that. So as you can see, my PlayStation 3 is on already. And I'm going to hook the Elgato game capture up without having to turn it off and reset. So you go to display settings. You want to go to video output settings. Now here's the part that you need to understand. So right now my PlayStation is hooked up via HDMI, 720p, 1080p, whichever, however you want to do that. But what we're going to do is with the special cable, which is this bad boy right there, that special cable, you want to go down and select component/D terminal, and basically it's a D terminal is what you're going to be selecting. Let me get this cord and stuff out the way so hopefully you guys can see this. Alright, so select that. Now this is the part where you have to be not really quick, but you can't really sit around and waste time, because you have 30 seconds before the system will default back to the previous settings if there's no official confirmation of the change. So when you hit change, this is when you have to go and plug in your HDMI cable into the back of your TV to replace where your original HDMI cable for your PlayStation 3 was already hooked up. So I hope that made sense. It's really not hard because I'm going to show you. Alright, so doing this with one hand, so bear with me. Alright, so now I'm going to hit the X button to change from an HDMI connection to the D terminal connection using that HDMI, using the cable that the Elgato gave me. Alright, so now my TV screen went black because Dan was looking for that connection. And then this is the back of my TV. This cord right here, this is my HDMI for my PS3. Take that out. I'm going to replace that with the HDMI cable for the Elgato. Got to do this pretty quick. Now come back to my television. Now you see how it looks? That's how it looks if you were to reset your PlayStation 3 from the very beginning. So you want to select yes, because now that you want to accept that setting. And now from here, you can select, you know, 720p, 1080i, or 1080p. I really just go with 720p because with the DVI or the D terminal connection, that's probably as good as a connection you're going to get. And for recording, I found that to just kind of work out better for me. So you select that, and now the system confirms if you can see the screens. You say yes, and then you hit X again, and then you want to finish. So now there you go. So you can tell a difference in quality switching from HDMI, which is the best possible connection you can get on a high definition television, versus the D terminal. But in terms of video recording, you can still, it still looks really good. And that's the way you can switch from HDMI to the DVI connection or the D terminal connection from the Elgato game capture without having to go through the whole reset process. And it's the exact same if you want to switch back. So let me switch back. Let's go to display settings, video output settings, and now you want to select your HDMI. So now I'm going to go back and hook my stuff up via HDMI. So select HDMI, select change, and again I'm going right here at the back of the TV. I'm going to take out the original HDMI cable that's coming from the Elgato and plug in my original HDMI cable that's hooked up to my PlayStation 3. And come back, select yes because I want to change the settings to HDMI. You can do automatic or custom. I like to do custom. I do 720p and 1080p. And you want to select yes because I can see the screen, hit X to enter, and yes to finish. And there you go. So that's a really quick way to switch back and forth between your D terminal cable that comes with the Elgato game capture and switching back and forth between HDMI and D terminal. So again, I mean, you're more than welcome to do the directions that Elgato gives you, but I just found this will be an easier, much quicker way for me than to cut the system off, holding down the power button, then letting it reset, then letting the system boot up, then going to my display settings and doing all the things I just showed you. You bypass, I would say, probably, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 minutes of the entire process by doing it this way. So I hope this was able to you know, give somebody a little help on how to do this, hooking the Elgato up to your PS3 a lot quicker. If you need me to go a little more in depth with this or need me to explain something further, please leave it down in the comments and I will do that. But until then, it's your boy Mr. Lux, aka the Married Gamer, and I'm about to record me some The Last of Us beta, well, actual demo footage. So stay tuned for that. But until then, it's your boy. Peace.